Hello everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at a little free browser puzzle game called Contre Jour. That's probably my best French, unfortunately. The meaning of which is against daylight, and refers to photographs taken when a camera is pointing directly towards a source of light. An alternative term is backlighting. I'm taking that from Wikipedia, of course. But the interplay here is on light and shadow, and you can probably tell from the main presentation here, the art style is quite lovely and has a beautiful interplay between light and dark, so I think that's where the name is drawing that influence. Lovely music and general presentation as well, and if you're wondering what it's about, well, it's pretty simple. We're going to be guiding our protagonist from point A to point B by manipulating the landscape, by touching and moving things around. There are like interactive physics-enabled tentacles and things we're going to be grappling with, all kinds of cool stuff, and it definitely has a little bit of like a World of Goo meets Limbo feeling, so it's right up my alley. I think it might be up yours as well, so we're going to check it out, and I think it's going to be a good time. So let's jump into Chapter 1, Monsters, and you'll see there are a few chapters here. I've already unlocked a few of them. I've actually played roughly the first... Oh, there's behind the scenes. I didn't even catch that before. I've played most of the first chapter here. You see I got up to level 9 out of 10, so we'll be starting over. I just want to make sure I wouldn't hit a significant stopping point or anything while we're playing together. So we've got our credits, and again, a lovely presentation all around. The art and the music complement it very nicely. And as soon as that's done, we will jump into things inspired by The Little Prince. And we've got a flower that's dripped a little bit, and a lovely title card as well. So here is our game. Pretty simple premise, like I said before. We can grab and slide things around with the mouse. We can make these little like hills and then indentations. And really all we need to do is take our physics-enabled protagonist here and just slide him or her down to the goal, which is that blue ball, and catch all the sparks on the way there if we can. So you'll see here now we add a few new elements. We've got a tentacle, which is stretchable up to a certain point and can be linked onto our hero. And you'll notice also the little eyeball here to the left, which is sort of like an evil piranha plant or something, and we don't want to land, on that, or we're going to end up having some bad times. So let's tap to release on that eye, and then we'll use our sculpting land ability again. And then we'll flatten this out. We don't want to actually block this. We just want to make this a nice ramp down. Make sure we've gotten all 3 of the points, and then we should be able to head right to the goal with a little boost. Perfect. Things are going well so far. So as you noticed on the previous menu there were a few different worlds we could explore, and they are unlocked by collecting these sparks, so you definitely want to make sure that you have that under control. And then we'll use that one like a bungee cord tether type thing, and actually that didn't work out because we missed one of the sparks. So we'll try that again. So you can grab that. Stripes don't stretch, good thing to know. Whereas the black tentacle ones did actually stretch, and that will lead us to our goal. And then on the next level, we'll notice a little bit more dynamic gameplay on this level, because we can't actually reach our character with this. It's a little too short, so we actually have to stretch out your necks, and that's just a little reference to Rhythm Heaven, and then we'll just connect those two together, let go of that one, and use this like little Vine George of the Jungle type situation here. There we go, and that will pull us back in and loop us back around to the goal. Perfect again. Level 1-4 totally done. So far, so good. Alright, so now we've got quite a conundrum here. There's all kinds of sparks all over the place, and a whole bunch of little stretchy vines as well. So I can't reach our character with the first grab, so let us extend the ground up a little ways, and that should get us up to there. And then, with a little luck, there we go, we should be able to grab across, and we can link up to 3. Well, I think we can link up as many as we want, but right in this position we can link up to 3. And hopefully, nope, that's not quite going to work. Get a little bit of a push in the other direction. No, that doesn't work either. What if we use this to get a little bit more of a stretch, and then flip back in the other direction, maybe... No, it doesn't quite make it, actually. What can I do to give us a little bit more of a... Oh, there we go. That would lift us up just enough to make it. Get rid of that one, and get rid of that one, and maybe we can swing around a little bit. No, not quite there. We'll use that to get a little bit more of a pendulum effect going. Pretty confident if I just get the right angle on this, it should shoot us to, yeah, there we go, to our spark. And this one hopefully can reach. Nope. What if we do like that? There we go. Just gonna do a little bit of Spider-Man action on the way over. And there we go. And now we'll get rid of that one and that one. And there we go. Last one grabbed, and now we just have to make our way to the goal. This case, I actually have to drop onto it, so you got to be careful, make sure we're over the right spot, and very nice. Alright, so now we introduce yet another element, which is these slingshot type things. And again, pay attention to the background, some lovely stuff going on there. Alright, that was not too bad. It just had to use that little projection meter to show us what direction we're going to be flying in. Sort of like an Angry Birds style thing. And now we want to bounce up to that one. Stretch down, grab that one. And maybe if we can get a little lucky, just shoot us right over that and down to the last spark. Brilliant. Oh, except we went over the edge, so I actually got to do that one again. There are a few occasional little interactive bits and bobs that show up in the background, which generally form a lovely touch, and I haven't gotten far enough to see in the game like if that is a recurring element, but I know at least in the first world did happen a few times and always was kind of delightful. And there's this like slow-moving little ashes coming down from the sky, and all kinds of little effects going on. So you'll see this guy in the background here. You can actually kind of mess with him a little bit. He seems to follow what you're doing to some extent, but not always. Regardless, though, it does add another little element to what's going on. So you got to be a little careful here, because we've got one of those piranha plant guys up in the top left, which they're not the nicest dudes. There we go. And we'll use that one to hopefully flip us around. We don't want to touch those cacti, though, because these little spike balls, those are dangerous. And this one stretches all the way over here, which should be enough. Oh, geez. That was, well, right to the goal. I actually missed one there, so let's try that again. First world goes by pretty fast. It's actually a pretty easy to get into game. Oh, see, landed right on that spike ball. I didn't want to do that. But I have a feeling with the amount of worlds that there are, there's probably a few different types of challenges and puzzles, and they've been introducing elements to the game at a fairly regular pace. So it should make things pretty interesting going forward. Oh, geez, right on the spikes again. I'm not sure how to mitigate that amount of bounce that our character is doing. I'll try my best, though. Again, I can't stop noticing how lovely the background music is. It's just very elegant. It really does set the stage. There's a playful tone to this, although I assume they probably could have gone kind of dark as well, going for more like ominous drones and things. Yeah, see, that is not a way to win. I have to disconnect that other tentacle right away, or we're going to end up in a bad position. But I do have to make sure I get both of those sparks. Alright, so let's connect this one up, like that, and then we want to get rid of... Let's get rid of this one first, and then maybe we won't be shooting up quite as high. And then we'll let go of that one. Oh, geez, right to the exit again. I was so close, I should have just let go. I'll get it this time, though. You learn a little bit each time. So, I mentioned it earlier, but this is a free browser game, so you guys can feel free to go check this one out yourself. And I think you could do a lot worse. Oh, come on, again? I'm just missing the point here. It is allowing me to solve this puzzle a lot faster each time, though. There we go. Now I wanted to let go of this one first, then let go of this one, get ready, and let go of that one. And there we go. That's the way to properly solve this level and get all of the sparks. So I guess you can look at this as sort of like a guide through the first world or something. So we're going to use our bungee tether here to hopefully shoot our character... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I want to shoot our character off of this ledge as far as possible. No, it doesn't quite make it, and then we end up crashing into that spike plant underneath us. You're probably wondering, Nick, didn't you play this already? Why are you forgetting all the puzzles so fast? Well, yeah, I am. Not sure why either. So I didn't get this one. I need to shoot myself further out for that to work, and I'm not sure if there's an easy way to do that, so I can actually just hop back to restart. And let's connect this one already. Can I... Oh, okay, that one only stretches that far. No, that's not going to work. How am I going to get that one? I got to shoot it off just far enough so I can land out at that edge. Now, what if... I can't, like, set up a little jump, can I? No, that's not going to work either. Oh, maybe I can grab it... Oh, this is a different way to approach things that I didn't actually think of. Well, that's gonna pull you right into, you know, Death World, so we don't want to do that. But if I connect this one, and then I connected that one, now we're talking. Alright, now we've figured out another way to do it. I was actually doing it wrong the other time when I tried to do this. Okay, this is actually not correct either, though. Let's let it get up, and then maybe I can swing all the way around to the other side. There we go. Yeah, last time I was just trying to drop and then grab across. Oh, I still missed that last one, though. It's alright, I'm learning a little bit each time. Connect that one, connect that one. And it should roll. There we go. Roll into position. Connect the third. Let go of the first. Get our momentum together. Whoa, okay, that was a lot of momentum. And, oh no! I hit the spikes again. You know, it's a surprisingly simple game, but I definitely find it very charming and interesting. You know, pretty to look at, fun to play. Simple enough, but yet deep enough, which is, you know, the combination that you usually look for. And it's one of those games that's got enough to do, like, tangibly, like there's enough to play with, that it doesn't really feel like it's going to get boring. That still didn't do it. I have to get a high enough bounce, so I might actually have to do that fast in order to reach, you know, an altitude that's going to allow us to handle that. There we go. Connect that again. Oh no, right into the spikes. Alright, well, I'm probably going to finish things up here if I can't seem to get a handle on how to finish this stupid puzzle. It's not that hard, I just am rushing through it at this point. I also thought I had it for a minute. One thing that might end up being a little frustrating is sometimes you try to grab these tentacles, you don't grab them in the right spot, and that ends up just being like you're kind of flailing about a little bit when you might have to act somewhat quickly. Alright, there's that one. Now, what is the guaranteed way that I could end up getting? Well, that way would be the guaranteed way. Okay, good. Finally. Level 1-9 is behind us, so how am I going to deal with this conundrum? Let's see what I can stretch to. Alright, not that. I can deform the landscape a little bit, though. I definitely feel like the landscape deformation thing is a big part of what makes this interesting, and I hope they don't sort of, like, abandon that as we get further into the levels. So now I need to connect multiple of these at the same time to reach up above. Don't knock me out here. Alright, what if I just get rid of that one? There we go. Now I'm thinking, let's line them all... Oh, geez, that almost killed me. Line them all up, and then drop... Which one should I drop from? Should I drop from here? Probably here, right? And there we go. That'll just guide it in, and we're good to go. So that is the first world cleared, and we've actually unlocked the next multiple, 3 of them, actually. So we'll just do the first level or so of the night. Oh, wow, totally different graphical presentation here. Kind of glad that I found this one. And look, we're actually glowing. Alright, so what is this thing? Some kind of beehive? Looks like we can magnetically attract and repel ourselves from it. I'll just try to get through the levels and not try and solve them so that way I don't ruin all the fun here. Oh, I really, really like the lovely, the blue thing that's going on. This Dayglow presentation thing is really nice. Let's just get rid of those. And shoot to the goal. So pretty. Alright, so we'll see if we can attract ourselves to either of these sides. That is not the case. Let's drag this way. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to drag even bigger indentations and mountains from what's there. Oh, what does this do? Okay, that's not going to help me. Let's get rid of that. And can we shoot? Oh, we can. All the way to the goal. So you guys will have your work cut out for you figuring out how to get all of those. It's a portal. Just tells me straight up. Alright, let's go through the portal and to the exit. So you can clearly rush through these levels if you're not trying to actually get unlockables, but obviously you'll want to do that. Now, how do I get in a position... Oh, I know how. Like that. And now that I'm rushing through them, these seem like they're so much simpler, but I guess I could have probably rushed through the first levels as well. What can I do here? Just grab that, let go, and that'll guide us right to the goal. And that should grab there. I don't see a lot of reason to try and mess with that. How am I going to propel myself up, though? I can only go so high here. Well, that's one way to grab those. That one's a little confusing to me. Okay, make a little indentation. Let's grab that one, and that, and then... Oh, okay, I can't quite do that. I can force myself over, though. Okay, that's how I do that. And then if I get rid of these, or this, then I should propel myself up like a spring. There we go. And then let go. It all comes together. And now we've got a whole bunch of things to worry about. Spikes and various impediments. I love the little contrail that comes off of the character, too, when he's flying around. It looked like it was some sort of a tentacle before. But now, since it's all neon blue and everything, it definitely looks more like just a light trail. Actually, it's coming off of everything, so I guess it probably is that. Unless he's bioluminescent, which he very well may be. Okay, well, I'm going to have trouble probably balancing my way through this level, so I guess this is a good spot as any to wrap things up. Very, very cool game, totally free. Recommended you go check it out. The link for play is going to be right in the description of this video, so feel free to browse around down there. I also have all my social media links, so if you want to see more about the series, I've got a website, indie-impressions.com, with over 450, nearing 500 episodes of this, all with videos and accompanying download or play links. Some of them are purchase links as well, but, you know, the majority of the games I play are free, so there is a large variety of things to peruse, and you can actually sort them all over on the website as well, so it makes it nice and convenient for you, so you don't have to go looking around for them. But I've also got all my social media links, like I said, my Twitter, my Facebook, my Twitch, all that is available right in there. So if you want to catch me in other venues, feel free to contact me. Let me know what your favorite games are. If you have any opinions as far as what I should cover on the show, or if you're an indie dev and you want to get in touch with me about possibly covering your game on the show, I do have a contact form on my website, so feel free to hit me up over there, or Twitter, or pretty much wherever. I'm not too picky about it. So thanks everybody for hanging out, as always, and I hope you do come back again tomorrow, because I do a new episode of the show every single day. So I look forward to reading your comments, any criticisms about the game, what you might have done differently, if you're excited to play it, if you beat the game, if there's anything cool you want to talk about with it. You know, I'm here to promote discussion, so let me know any of your opinions to do with the game, and we will take it from there. So again, thank you for hanging out, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Have a nice night.